you've been disrespecting me for quite some time, homie. Let's not conduct ourselves in ways that can remove us from the lives of our children, homie. I'm not just to play with no man. I'm not just to pull up on you playing. Like I said in the comments, if a nigga think I'm charming, squeeze me, nigga, and they'll read about it on my mama.
Bobby Ye or Chill might not like this video, but I make videos about what I see on YouTube. I don't make videos for Bobby Ye, and I don't make videos for Chill. Bobby Ye got punked the other night on his own live by Chill from 16 to Life. 16 to Life came in and told Bobby Ye, don't you got children? Don't put yourself in a position where you can be taken away from your children. If you don't know Bobby Ye is the only black Ku Klux Klan member that moonlights as a black civil rights activist of some kind. He always seemed to slide some gay stuff in videos about people that don't like him. Let's just look at some of his titles from the last couple of days. This was one day ago. Homosexuality in the gay subculture, starring Do-Rock Creep. That's gay. Bobby Ye reacts to Swain Low podcast, penis loving creep. Like, bro, I don't even see how a grown heterosexual male will make that as a title.
Talking about let's be respectful, but you have already disrespected me on various occasions, right, homie?
Okay.
Your opinion is your opinion, and I respect that. I heard what you said briefly about, if you don't want people to comment on you, don't make comments on this and this and that. That's your opinion, homie. We all know men do as they choose, right? Now, if you disagree with something that I said, I have no problem, homie, with you responding and giving your feedback, your opinions on all that, homie. But when you come and you label the disrespect, so you've been disrespecting me for quite some time, homie. And so I don't wish to go back and forth with anybody on this platform, where of course everybody's watching, the feds is watching and all that old type of stuff, homie. But like I said, I respect, homie, your stance on certain things. But when you start disrespecting, that's a different field that we get into, homie, because you are from a certain area. You are a certain individual. I'm from a certain individual, homie. So when we have these certain ties, I'm not just to play with no man. I'm not just to pull up on you playing because I've heard you make claims and affiliations to certain gangs and this and that. And so, I mean, let's keep it real, homie. When we approach and we deal with people, we have to deal with people as they are, homie. If you a gang member and I approach you, I'm gonna deal with you as a gang member, because ultimately gang members only respect violence, homie. Like I said, I have lived a certain type of lifestyle, and I can expect everybody having opposite opinions, homie. But when you launch into the realm of disrespect, and then you talk about respect, homie, there is no respect, homie. I've never disrespected you or any other black man on this platform. I hear you talking about uplifting and, coming together as a people and so on and so forth. And I respect that, brother. But if you wanted to, you could have always hollered at me, hey, Chill. We know several of the same people, homie. I did a lot of time with one of your homies that just got out, play a lot of basketball. I forget his name right now. I believe
that's homie J-Dog.
J-Dog, yes, sir.
Jeremiah,
my boy. So you could have, we know several people on YouTube, homie. You could have reached out to me and said, hey, Chill, behind the scenes, brother, here's what I disagree with what you saying, what you doing. And I would have been open to that, homie. But, to bring the stuff to the shenanigans, not necessarily your comments and your feelings, but the shenanigans to YouTube is kind of what I disagree with, because now I look up and you have the same individuals who you claim that you are opposed to, these racist Mexicans. Now, they're using the things that you said in your video to come at me as a way of like, it's dissension, homie. So a weaker minded individual is going to bite on that. And then first and foremost, also, homie, I hear you speaking a lot of times about your children, homie. Well, let's not conduct ourselves in ways that can remove us from the lives of our children, homie, because if you're not in the life of your child or I'm not in the life of my grandchild, that's not doing them any good, homie. So once again, I respect your commentation and so on and so forth. But when you step into the realm of disrespect, that's where it goes on. And then let me address one last thing, and I'm going to be quiet on your platform, homie. When I hollered at Do-Rock Creep, I wasn't talking about you as the sucker, homie. It was a dude in the comments saying Bobby Ye has already exposed you as a mark, so on and so forth. So you see, I replied to him, well, homie, if you think I'm a mark, when you see me, holler at me.
No, I ain't see that, big brother. Had I seen that, I wouldn't even address that, respectfully. So didn't mean to interject, but continue.
Yo, so no, that's all pretty much what I was saying, homie, because this brings out a certain type of mind state that I be trying to avoid, homie, because I'm not just to play in the streets with nobody. I'm not just to play with you. I'm not just to play with nobody. I'm talking about in terms of a confrontation, homie. When I come, I'm coming. And I don't want to get on the internet and do all this because you know, I've heard nice things about you in terms of yo gangster. So why would I come playing with any gangster? You know, and for all these dudes in the comments, these faceless bastards making these comments, any one of y'all, when you see me out there, holler at me. But just be ready to die, because I'm not on no bullshit. Just be ready to die, because I'm not scared of none of this shit. Be ready to, when you with me, all you motherfuckers in the comments talking stuff, because I'm out all and about. People see me everywhere from San Diego to LA. I'm all over this motherfucker and through Vegas. And when you, like I said in the comments, if a nigga think I'm charming, squeeze me, nigga, and they'll read about it on my mama, nigga, and not towards you, all these niggas in the comments, and anybody.
Stay composed, big brother. Stay composed. Stay composed. You know the feds be watching this shit.
See, when you come on here, homie, and I live the life that I lived, and I've gained some type of, I hate to see brothers go at it with each other, homie. When I'm in the pen and we going at it with these Mexicans and these white boys or whoever, and we all come together, in my opinion, homie, that's a beautiful thing. You know, I've been in riots where we get off on the Asians and the Bloods hop up and get right cracking with us. And so it makes you life differently, homie, in terms of this black on black violence. Right. And so you have all these faceless dudes in the comments talking stuff. These niggas is not on the front line. Exactly. You know, opinion, homie, yelling at a computer screen is not on the front line. Right. You know, you'll run across many of people who say they see me all the time. I'm solo and I'm bold. I'm out by myself, but I'm not here to play with nobody. If I leave my family again, it's not gonna be for no gang banging, homie. It's not, you know, it's gonna be for some serious shit that I'm gonna go to prison and smile. I stood on 10 toes, homie, on my shit. If you ever Bannon, if you ever slide through Bannon, homie, and you didn't, and people don't recognize your face, all you have to do is, I'm Chill's cousin. I'm good, homie. My reputation is good. I'm talking about the type of individual I am, homie. I wish I could come over here and talk about the shit that I got away with. But all I'm saying is, if a dude play with me in them streets, I'm serious. It's not gonna be no playing with nobody. Because when dudes talk about they gangsters, they Crips, they Bloods, at the end of the day, all they respect is violence. So if they don't accept the love you giving them, then you got to give them what they gonna respect. All they gonna, and that's why I try to sit back and I try to not get caught up in certain type of bullshit, homie, because I know me. It's not good for me to indulge in this shit because it's another side to Chill. My name is not Chill. My name is Chill. Because Chill. But when I get upset, homie, like we all gangsters. We all grew up in this environment. No disrespect to you. And that's why I've just played back, homie. I respect your opinion, but I just don't see why you should step into the realm of disrespect. But go ahead, brother. And
what exactly do you feel like I said that was interpreted as disrespect towards you?
Well, homie, in one of the very first videos that I seen maybe about a year or something ago, you said, you know, just a whole bunch of different things. When you was talking the video specifically, homie, when you was talking about you was next door to some skinhead or some brother like that, some Asian or some skinhead Aryan brother type dude, and then you mentioned later on you was in the car with a Mexican dude and he was going somewhere and he told you, hey man, where I'm getting ready to go, they be tripping on black, so I don't want to take you. Right. And then you said, and then you went on the lines of, oh, man, all these Bannon niggas. And then you said, well, you know what? I'm not going to put this on Bannon. I hope everybody from Bannon is not like this. You have just said a lot of things, in my opinion, homie, that is very disrespectful. And like I say, I don't wish to go back and forth on YouTube with nobody. Gotcha. Because it steps into something else, homie. It steps into something else. And, you know, I like being free, but I like being alive more than I like being free. So, you know, if I'm going to do what I got to do. And I'm not playing with nobody. I don't think nobody.
This is what I can tell you, brother. I have no hate in my heart for you to the point to where I want to do any bodily harm or injuries to you. But if we ever did cross paths and whatnot, what I'm going to stand on is I'm returning and I'm matching your energy.